Hi everyone, Linda here. I'm doing a video response to Sib and or JandSib80's 51st birthday. Happy birthday, Sybil. That's so nice, and you're doing such a wonderful job getting people out of their box, out of their comfort zone, and doing these videos. I'm so impressed by all the videos. I'm just having a lot of fun watching them. All right, 5 random things about me. I love tools, any kind of tool. I bought myself a circular saw that, the kind you pull down, miter box. Um, I just like tools. I have my own drill and then the tools to craft with. Really like tools. Another random thing, I homeschooled my sons. I went to school and became a teacher. I taught for 10 years. Then at 27, I was pregnant and married and pregnant and I was in my 8th month of pregnancy and the baby died and it was a girl. And it took me 4 years to get pregnant again. And boy, when I got those boys, I mean, from the time I was 12, I knew I wanted a baby. I didn't know how you got babies, but I knew I wanted children because I babysat, and the lady that lived next door to me was pregnant and very, very sick, and I went over and took care of her and her 2-year-old daughter, and um, when she came home from the hospital with the new baby, she handed me this baby, and it was like from the top of my head to the tips of my toes, it was like this feeling, it was like, wow, they created this, this baby, and it was just, I just knew that someday I really wanted to have children of my own. So, um, when I lost Jenny in my 8th month, I was devastated. I just couldn't believe that that could happen. So it was 4 years before I got my first son, Brian, and I was working full time. Well, actually, I was job sharing. I arranged that I could job share because I just knew I wouldn't be able to work. I would not be able to go to work every day and have somebody else watch my son. So I did the job sharing for 2 years, I think it was. And I went half a day. And then when I was expecting my second son, I was just like, oh, please let me stay home. I really want, I won't spend any money. I'll be, very thriftful. Let me be a stay-at-home mom. So my husband and I at the time worked it out, and I actually took a year's leave of absence or something like that, and then then I decided to resign, and I got a job at a technical school teaching night classes. So back to the homeschooling. Um, when my sons went to school, they went to kindergarten, and one went to kindergarten in first and second grade. And by the time he was in second grade, he wasn't wanting to go to school. There was a boy in his class that was had some major problems, and he was going to be in his class again in third grade. And I just thought, friends of ours are homeschooling, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. So I homeschooled my boys. I lost a lot of friends, a lot of teacher friends doing that. They just didn't really understand it or accept it. I really didn't do it for any Christian reasons. I just did it because I want to be. The second one, I really wanted to be the one who taught him how to read, because I didn't learn. I didn't learn how to read in first grade. I struggled with reading till I was in college, and still sometimes struggle because I have dyslexia. But anyway, I wanted to be the one that taught him how to read, and I wanted to homeschool, and I loved it. It was great. I didn't do it for a really long time. I think it was 5 years for each one of them, because my certification's nursery school through third grade, and I thought, you know, I think I did it till one was in fifth grade and one was in fourth grade or something like that. I can't even remember. They're in their late 20s now. Okay, so that was number 2. I homeschooled my children. Number 3, I am a stay-at-home girl. I love to be at home. I'm never bored. I always can find something to do. I just like being at home. I'm not a big one on vacations and travel and all that stuff. Um, we have a cabin, and I go to that, but I'd rather stay at home. It's terrible. It just always been like that. We never took vacations when I was a little girl, family vacations. I don't know. That's why I don't like to go, but I just like to stay at home. So that's number 3. And number 4 is I have been to England and I have been to Cyprus. So I have traveled, but that we did about 4 or 5 years ago because my husband's mother's from England, and a good friend of ours, or a good friend of my husband's that he grew up with, lives in England and Cyprus. So we went to see him in both places, and it was a lot of fun. But I still rather be at home. Anyway, so that was number 4. And number 5, I'm a swimmer. I was on a swim team when I was a child because I almost drowned twice. So I figured out how to swim, and then I was on a swim team. Then in high school, I was in synchronized swimming classes, and I loved to swim. And so that's a thing about me. All right, craft-wise, when I stayed home with my sons and homeschooled, I have Sophie on my lap, and that's why I'm kind of moving around. She's always next to me. When I stayed home with my sons, I had a hard time not having a paycheck. I was so used to always having money and not having to ask for it, and I always felt like I had to ask for it when I didn't have a paycheck anymore. So I started a craft business, and I started doing craft shows with friends, and with a friend who taught me how to paint. Oh, she was wonderful. Um, anyway, so here I'll show you a couple things that I made. This is a little pig that I used to make and sell. And he has a little flower pot with seeds. This is a bigger doll. It was mostly dolls, but there are some painted things. So this is a bigger doll, and these are just a couple of them that I kept. And she has floppy hair and glasses and a painted face and a little dress, and the dress has got like a ruffle. And, you can tell this is from the 80s because she has a sunflower dress on. But I just think she's so cute, and a little hat and stuff. So she's one of the dolls that I kept. This is another doll that I made and kept. And I have her out because it's Christmas time. So she's got her little buttons on her head. And then, let's see if we can get the face in there. She's got a little face, not much of a face. So that's her. And then, this is one. When I made this one, I took it to the craft show, and a lady wanted to buy all of them. This is called Cindy Mindy, and she has cinnamon sticks for legs and just a little reindeer. Her little bead on her nose has come off. But like I said, I made all these and sold them in the 80s. So this was one that my husband would cut these out for me, and then I painted them. And I really like this primitive Santa Claus. He's kind of fun. Then one more. And, this one's not very cute, but he's kind of cute. This is just a snowman, and he's got a big tree and legs and leggings and things like that. And a lot of this stuff, most of these things I made by, patterns and buying the material. But I also used to make, and I don't have any of these old Santa Clauses that I'd buy, old quilts, crazy quilts. They'd have to be pretty ripped up for me to cut into them, though, because I had a hard time doing that. But old quilts and old fur coats, and my dad would carve the faces, and then I would make the Santa and put all these little toys in a Santa bag. So that was a lot of fun. So that's the one crafty thing about me. I would love to make money selling the things that I make now, but I don't know. To make that quantity is the part that I'm not sure. My thing right now that I've retired is that I want to learn something new every day, or I want to try something new every day. And that's what I think is so great about this challenge, Sybil, is that it's a challenge. You've challenged people to go out of their box, to get in front of this camera, which is okay. I'm very comfortable now doing that. I know the first couple times it was really scary, but I'm very comfortable with that. That doesn't bother me. But I do think we need to challenge ourselves every day, and I commend you, Sybil, for challenging us and challenging everybody to do this. It's a great birthday challenge that you have going there. So thank you. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great day. And head over to I keep wanting to just say Sybil, but it's JandSib80's challenge. So now part one was to do a video like this with these responses, and then part two is to make a card, which I will do. I think I got all these challenges I'm in right now, and there might be a third part. Oh, you have to be a subscriber. Yeah, part of, yeah, subscriber to our channel. All right, have a great night. See you later. Bye bye.